Welcome to One Quiet Motivation. I want to start with something simple, something I've been noticing more and more. We are living in one of the loudest generations in history. Everyone is posting. Everyone is announcing. Everyone is explaining their next move before they've made it. And yet, beneath all that noise, many people feel unstable, uncertain, spiritually drained. In today's episode, we're talking about the power of growing in silence. What happens when you stop performing and start building? What changes when you stop looking around for validation and start looking up to God for strength? What becomes possible when your growth is no longer dependent on applause? This isn't about disappearing. It's about developing. Let's get into it. The power of growing in silence. There is something I have noticed. We are living in the loudest generation in history, yet many people feel internally weak. We announce goals before we build discipline. We post struggles before we process them. We seek validation before we develop character. And then we wonder why we feel unstable. This post is the foundation of One Quiet Motivation because everything we build here will rest on this principle. Not everything that grows must be seen.
What I've noticed, many people today feel pressured to document their lives, every achievement, every relationship, every new idea, every emotional moment. If it isn't posted, it almost feels like it didn't happen. But here's the problem. Exposure without formation weakens growth. A seed that is constantly dug up to check its progress will never take root. Why this matters. When we constantly broadcast our lives, we tie our identity to reactions. We measure progress by applause. We confuse attention with purpose. Social media is not evil. Ambition is not wrong. Being seen is not the problem. The problem is when visibility replaces maturity. Strength is built in private. Character is developed in hidden places. Confidence grows when no one is clapping. Looking up instead of around. There comes a moment when you realize people cannot sustain you. Systems fail, workplaces disappoint, families fracture, culture shifts. If your strength only comes from people affirming you, you will constantly feel unstable. This is why we look up to God, not as a slogan, not as a trend, but as a source. When you grow spiritually, your foundation changes. You stop reacting to every opinion. You stop competing with every post. You stop announcing what should be developing. You become steady. The quiet challenge. Ask yourself honestly, what are you trying to prove publicly that you should be building privately? Is it discipline? Is it healing? Is it financial growth? Is it spiritual maturity? Is it leadership? Quiet growth feels slow, but it is strong. What this platform will do here, we will reflect on cultural habits that weaken us, talk honestly about broken systems, address family and generational issues, encourage spiritual responsibility, call out performative living without condemnation. This is not about blaming society. It is about rising above it. A final thought. Some of the most powerful transformations happen when no one is watching. The strongest people you know did not build themselves in public. They built themselves in silence. So if your season feels quiet, good. You may be growing. Grow in silence. Look up for strength. Rise with purpose. If this message spoke to you today, take a moment to reflect. What is one area of your life that needs quiet growth right now? Don't announce it. Don't post it. Build it. If you're encouraged by conversations like this, I invite you to subscribe to One Quiet Motivation, both here on the podcast and on Substack, where we go deeper into these reflections through writing. Share this episode with someone who may be feeling overwhelmed by the noise of culture but still wants to grow. And if you believe in this message and want to support the work, consider becoming a subscriber and sharing the platform with others. Every subscription and every share helps this quiet movement reach someone who needs steady encouragement. Grow in silence, look up for strength, rise with purpose. I'll see you in the next episode.